What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Make sure you select all notifications. Otherwise, you may not get any. Don't ask me why, but that's just the way the YouTube algorithm works. Going in. Well, I let a few hundred of you guys jump in first. And I'll get some shout outs while we wait. This is going to be a quick live, fam. I just wanted to jump on this real quick and, show a little love to the homie, Aries Spears. What up, Rosemary Johnson? Iron Wheel, what's up, Iron Wheel? Broderick Allen, what's up, Broderick? Tyler, Texas in the building. Sharon Jackson, hello. Cole Medina, yeah. 2020. Okay, going in, fam. So Aries Spears is the latest comedian to be confronted on stage while he's performing. Aries Spears is a comedian, for those of you who may not know, who have been living under a rock for the last, I don't know how many years. Aries Spears is a damn good comedian, very accomplished. He's been doing this for a long time. In fact, Aries Spears was a child prodigy comedian. Like, the dude started really, really early hitting the stage and making people laugh. I mean, I think he was some crazy age, like 12 or 13 or something like that. In any event, he started early and he's been doing this for a long time. So he's at an event. I'm not sure what city it is, but some guy gets up on the stage and approaches him. Don't know exactly why. Obviously, he said something that dude did not agree with, right? Because that's what happened. People go to these comedy shows and they don't necessarily like the comedian. They just end up at the show or whatever. Sometimes they like the comedian and they don't anticipate the comedian saying something that they don't agree with. So when that happens, and that person has perhaps been having a little bit too much to drink, because they serve drinks in these comedy theaters and clubs, because the more you drink, the funnier the jokes are. A lot of times people can't handle their drink at these comedy shows, and they want to they have the propensity to insert themselves into these shows. Hence, we have the uncivilized mutt who tried Aries Spears. Luckily, nobody got injured. It looks like the security, albeit late, were able to intervene to get between Aries Spears, and the so-called fan, the fake fan. All's well ends well. They were able to get him off the stage and get him on up out of the building. Now, I first saw this story on Comedy Hype. Shouts out to Comedy Hype, the good people over there who's always bringing insightful news and information about comedy, especially. When I saw this, John made a good point. He was saying that, they got to start providing security for these comics. Because I ain't going to lie, fam. Well, let me say this first. They should start providing security for these comics, because the type of age that we live in now, people trying to go viral. And their risk going to jail or getting a foot put in their ass, just to so that they'll just so that they can get some shine, just so they can get a little recognition. They'll do anything. Some of them kill their mama just to be seen for a few minutes on TV and have people recognize that they exist. So it's no surprise that comedians are feeling the effect of this attention-seeking culture that we're in today. People just can't go to a comedy show, laugh, and keep it moving. And I'm gonna tell you this, fam, heckling in certain environments is part of going to a show. Like if you go to a comedy club, that type of heckling is different from going to a theater or like, let's say a stadium or an arena. That's more where it's more intimate. But in clubs, the real intimate places like a club, the smaller venues, heckling ain't really like totally against the rules. It's like it's an unwritten rule, really, that you could do a little heckling, but you can't try to like stop the show. You can't try to become the show. I think most comedians kind of welcome it, especially those kind of comedians that'll rip a new hole in you, like Aries can. Like he cold-blooded on the improv. He's cold-blooded off the top of the head. So somebody like that will rip you apart. So they kind of welcome it, but to an extent, because they ain't come here to talk about you. They came here to address the issues and that they want to address and to tell the jokes and make people laugh and have a good time. So when one person try to inject themselves into the show and just keep going back and forth, man, it'd be like everybody. I just think that everybody, we all just need to band together and just whoop their ass. Like all the fans, we need to just start banding together. You know, give somebody one little joke. Oh, they said something. He went back. They said something. He went back. When the comics say, okay, when you know that it's enough, we all know when it's been enough. It's like, all right, man, all right, shut up. Shut up, all right? But especially when the comics say, yo, all right, shut up, that's enough, and they still going, I think everybody should just start looking around like we on a plane and one of those dudes looking suspicious is on the plane and we all kind of looking around like, yeah, I think we ought to get them, you know. We ought to start we need to be on code, y'all. All y'all fans of comedy, we need to get on code. Just start looking around like this, like, and then just rush them all at once. And everybody get a lick in. I'm sick and tired of it, fam. I'm sick and tired of people trying to inject themselves in these shows. Now, I will say this. I'm going to keep it a buck. I got to call a strike and a ball a ball. Every now and then, a comedian might try to single somebody out that they particularly don't like. And sometimes comedians will take a personal beef and bring it into the show, bring that beef on the stage. They'll see somebody out in the audience they don't like, and they'll try to go in. When it's a situation like that, now it's personal for real. And that ain't comedy. See, I've been around comedy a long time. I know a whole lot of comedians. And I know a lot of the top comedians. I know a lot of comedians who are still struggling, you know, still trying to get their shine, been in the game 20 years. But they're good. They're good at what they do. It's just that their comedy thing is not just about how good you are. It's also about who you know. It's about getting that lucky break. And a lot of it got to do with your attitude. But I've been around it enough to know some of the nuances. I know some of the things that kind of go on behind the scenes in comedy. And there have been situations where a comic have targeted somebody in the audience that they don't like, they don't particularly like. And when you go in like that, nah, it ain't about jokes. Because really, no matter what you do when you're doing comedy, the end result should be to laugh, to make people have a good time. You know, the end result, you can talk about serious issues, but the main thing that you're there for is to make people have a good time and enjoy themselves. This is why only the best can take a very, very serious topic, get serious for a moment, and have everybody, you know, vibing, and then make that little easy transition into getting people back to laughing again, just like that. I mean, it's an art to that, man. It's an art to it. And a lot of people can't do it. But Aries Spears can do it. I've seen him do it many times. So what happened between him and that fan, I'm going to just go ahead on and say it, fam. The fan was out of pocket. I believe the fan was out of pocket. And they lucky I ain't one of them security guards or one of those bodyguards for a comic. Well, I come in, well, I'll be very disrespectful with it, fam. Oh, you want to come up on this stage? I'll make it to where they'll never try to jump on the stage again in their life. They'll never want to try that again in life. That's what needs to start happening. Just like when we're dealing with these Karens and these Kens. You got to put a foot in there. Man, you got to let them know so they'll never try it again. You got to check them, hard check them, so they can have some fear of retribution. Just politely saying, okay, guy, leave the stage. Okay, hey, man, just calm down. Now, that ain't enough. Some of these uncivilized mutts need some contact. Going into the comments. Maria Kane, what up? What's up, Canada? Nova Scotia, what's up? I see you. Bon Satch. Liz Factor. I'm going to give out a few more shout-outs, fam, and then I'm going to shut it down because I got to move around. Are y'all talking about the 16-year-old who robbed a store and was almost 300 pounds? No, we are not talking about Precious. No, we're talking about, read the title. We're talking about Aries Spears having a fan, or so-called fake fan, rushing the stage. Security had to intervene. Nobody was injured. And the fake fan, the uncivilized mutt, was escorted out of the venue. What's up, Fantastic? Silas D. What it do? What's up, Sandra? Robert SFDC. What's up, Nick X? Lisa Guri. Yeah, fam, we need protection for these comics. There needs to be security on deck because, you know, and a lot of these comics, you know, sometimes if the comic is not really, really famous, you don't really think too much about it, right? When you don't see security, when you go to these comic shows. Because typically, fam, you know, you go to comic shows, everybody there just to have a good time. People coming to laugh. People are good, you know, are feeling good about themselves. Like people just coming to have a good time. Ain't nobody coming for no drama, looking for no fights and all this kind of stuff. So that's why typically you don't see security at comic shows. I'm talking about the small ones. I'm talking about, like, you know, intimate venues, like club style venues like Improv. You don't hardly really see security. If a comic has to bring their own security, if they want to have security. Typically in them small venues, they got to bring their own security. There's not going to be any armed security, absolutely no armed security at all. But they're going to have to invest in that. They're going to have to just invest in some security so that they can protect these comics and also protect the fans. Because some of these uncivilized mutts have found their way in the peaceful circles of comedy. And they come with that bad energy, that bad attitude, and they got to be taken away. They got to be taken out, brought to heel. They need to learn a lesson. There needs to be some repercussions. They shouldn't just be asked to leave. They should get a good stiff one in the side or something. Like, they got to be dealt with. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's my time, fam. I appreciate you. A few more shout outs. What's up, Rob? I see Dream Meal. Or is it Dremel? Norman Richard, Toronto in the building. Nightfall drop. What it do? Leatherface, I see you. Jermaine, what it do? Jermaine said, I agree to a certain extent, but violence ain't the answer. Yes, it is. Y'all got to stop being scared of. Let me tell you something, fam, about violence. Remember when you was growing up and people would say, that boy just need a good ass whooping. And remember when that boy got a good ass whooping? He slowed down and he got right. Sometimes it's a good ass whooping. I'm telling you, man, it works. When my daughter was in first grade, this little boy was terrorizing terrorizing the kids in the classroom. Every day, they talking about Casey did this, Casey hit this person, Casey, man, you had interventions. Mama going up to the school to talk to the people. His parents coming to the school on different days. This kid, it was no stopping him. He was a absolute terror. I told my daughter what to do. And after that, he was through. Not only did Casey not mess with her again, he never messed with any other student in the room. An ass whooping works, man. The reason why a lot of these people behave the way they behave is because they don't fear an ass whooping. They don't fear it. Look, man, I seek peace. Lord knows I do, because conflict is costly. So that's my first. Peace. I want peace. But every now and then, man, you got to just act like a plane and take off. All right, fam. What's up, Lakeisha Johnson? Who was that? Flex Bush. What up? Leanne Wilson, what it do? Bin Laden's chopper. We've Bin Laden's chopper. Real Cold G, what it do? Dwayne Glover. Alicia, what's up, Alicia? Loving life. All right, fam, that's my time. We're going to keep the chat going. Until next time, appreciate y'all, fam. Appreciate you. No more talk.